Welcome to the YCN Game of the Week. Tonight we have a special coverage of the NHIAA Division III Boys Soccer Tournament as the number 8 Cougars of Kearsarge host the number 9 Seconds of Laconia. Hi everybody, I'm Greg Uchrin here with Ben Barton for the call of the game. 2 weeks ago, Ben, we were here to televise the Cougars as they took on Newfound in a 5-0 shutout of the Bears. What did you see that night that you think bodes well for Kearsarge?
Well, I saw some excellent passing, some excellent teamwork, clearly some very unselfish play on the part of the Kearsarge Cougars, which will be very critical tonight given the poor conditions out here in the field.
And what do they have to worry about in terms of Laconia tonight? It's a team that they have beaten before during the season, but given the common opponents that they've had, Kearsarge has 2 wins. They have a tie against a team that Laconia lost to, and then they both lost to Guilford, which is the number 1 team.
What they have to worry about maybe a little bit of overconfidence since they beat them. Also, not to get too overconfident with respect to the Newfound game, because that was clearly a lesser opponent. This is a much closer division opponent because they finished 9th, Kearsarge 8th. So really it's a new season and they have to come out firing on all cylinders.
All right, Ben. When we return, we'll have the opening lineup and the open for tonight's tournament game. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Stay with us. You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor of beautiful Lake Sunapee. And by Barton Insurance with locations in New London, Contoocook, Grantham, and Sunapee. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newbury, New Hampshire.
You were born to chase the light.
Available at LaValle Middleton Building Supply.
So we've got all new electrical, and our roof is about 2 years old. Anything else you need to know? Oh, and I wanted to mention, we have a dog. It's not going to be a problem, is it?
If you buy insurance online, sometimes it's hard to get answers. But with Safeco Insurance, a real person will explain all your options, so you get the right coverage at the right price.
For personal professional service at a competitive price, visit us at the Barton Insurance Agency.
simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
So welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Tonight we continue our special coverage of the NHIAA Division III Boys Soccer Tournament as the number 8 Cougars of Kearsarge host the number 9 Sagans of Laconia. Hi everybody, I'm Greg Uchrin here with Ben Barton for the call of the game. So Ben, what can we expect under these conditions?
Well, I think we can expect a strong passing game from Kearsarge. They are a very good short pass team, and that's going to bode well under these conditions.
So let's take a listen to the starting players for both teams right now.
Defense, number 2, Brody Rollins. Defense, number 4, Cam Harriman. Midfield, number 5, Jack Stafford. Midfield, number 6, James Stafford. Defense, number 7, Jacob Mello. Midfield, number 9, Caden Dolph. Midfield, number 10, Mason Dutile. Forward, number 18, Cody Newman. Defense, number 20, Sam Knowlton. And defense, number 23, Curtis Jobin. And now for your Kearsarge boys. In goal today, number 99, Cole Rosum. Defense, number 15, Luke Del Judas. Defense, number 4, Christian Nurmi. Midfield, number 6, Toby McLeod. Defense, number 20, Ty Bear. Midfield, number 14, Davis West. Midfield, number 9, Dylan Selby. Forward, number 5, Caleb Mattice. Defense, number 16, Sam Bolton. Midfield, number 7, Parker Root. And forward, number 10, Cam Desatel. Now would you all please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
NYCN would like to thank our La Valley scoreboard sponsor, our HR Clough replay sponsor, and the Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you'll do the same for them and thank them also. And thank you, Ben, for joining us tonight with your expertise of soccer, which some of us are devoid of. So I hope that we can enlighten our audience a little bit.
Your expectations are high, but I'll try to rise to the occasion.
So what's the difference between playing in a tournament format as opposed to a regular season?
That's a great question. It really depends on the player, but I know that you're amped up a little bit more. You know that it's a one and done. You know that you start out thinking that every play is critical, and you just got to get into the game, let the game come to you.
And when you say let the game come to you,
right.
What's that mean?
To me, that means that you don't want to force things that aren't in your regular game. You don't want to be the player that tries to do too much and therefore gets out of position, tries too hard, and unfortunately that can sometimes lead to errors. So you want to let the game slow down, be the player you've always been, but yet gain that confidence and have that energy. And so yeah, it's a fine line, but I think that the tournament just brings out the more energy in you.
And what you saw in that regular season game when we were here a couple of weeks ago, what was it about Kearsarge's play that we really should be looking for to see if they execute well?
Well, that's a great question, because I've only seen them once, and I saw the very, very good control of the ball and passing unselfishly, that in conditions like these, it's very important to control the ball and advance the ball down the field. You don't want to be running hard to a ball in the corner, and short passing.
Yeah. So here we go. It looks like we have Kearsarge controlling the game in their end right now.
Yeah, good start. They're already possessing the ball more than Laconia so far. Short, early start. But you can see the difference in the style of Laconia versus Newfound. They're actually out on the player, playing a more aggressive style. Whereas Newfound players were just backing up toward the goal to play defense. It's a question of skill set and abilities. But so far, Kearsarge is showing great control.
I was at a D1 game last weekend watching Dartmouth and Columbia. And what I noticed in the men's game versus an earlier game we saw that day with the women was that the men dropped their ball back to the defense an awful lot to set up that play.
Well, it's not my favorite style, honestly. I'm much more of a numbers 3-on-2, 4-on-3, 2-on-1, and try to go toward the goal. But that is the style of play this day and age, is to just possess the ball completely. The reality is you can't score from midfield. You got to advance the ball and look for those numbers I just mentioned and attack the goal.
What's interesting you say that, because the Columbia scored in the first 10 minutes, and it was 1-0, and Dartmouth scored in the 89th minute to tie the game.
Wow.
And then they went into double overtime, and it ended up a tie. But I see what you're saying about the fact that you don't play the game at the middle of the field.
Well, it is a possession game, and you want that. The opponent can't score if you have the ball, so that's obviously very important. But I'm looking for Kearsarge to find the weak spot in the Laconia defense, which is typically looking for space and creating the 2-on-1s and attacking from the outside, coming in toward the box.
For the uninitiated, can you just describe a little bit about offsides and what might happen, on the offensive end of the field?
Really important. The offside call is the most important call in soccer, in my opinion. And I did referee for 8 years after my playing days were over. And it's a critical call because when the ball is advanced to a player, the player that does not have the ball must be even with the second defender. of the defensive team. And if he is inside of that position, leaving the goalie or another defender, the only person in between him and the goal, that is an offside position. He can't receive the ball that way. Here's a shot on goal. Nice movement and shot. So
let's take a second look at that.
Let's go, Blue. White can't do shit. Go, Park. Get better. Let's go, Tyler. Let's go, Tyler.
Oh, that's a nice pass. That's a well-developed play.
Let's take a look at
ahead.
it. Describe that to me as it's going down.
Oh, it was a great pass looking forward to the advancing player, and he just put the ball on the goalie. He didn't have a chance to put it to the corner. But really unselfish play and heads up. You can see that Laconia respects Kearsarge's control of the ball, because they are actually moving back in their zone too. Just to finish the topic of offsides, the critical call there is when the ball is passed to the player without the ball. If he is in an onside position when the ball is passed, he can receive the ball inside that second defender and be onside. That's oftentimes misunderstood. If that comes up, I'll be glad to identify that for viewers. Wow, that's a nice pass in there. It just didn't quite get to the spot. Yeah, Laconia is playing 6 men deep. That's a nice shot.
Let's take a look at that.
Greg, in a game like this, the ball is slippery. It's great to get the ball on goal, force the goaltender to save it, because it could be an error on the goalie very easily. That ball was too high. Here comes Kearsarge, advancing on 6 players of defense, doing a nice job. Oh, that was really close. Thought he had a chance to put it in the side net, but the defender came in and collected the ball.
So explain a corner kick here for us.
Glad to. 1 second, let's see what happens here. So the corner kick is when the defense puts the ball out on their end line, and that's called a corner kick because they take the ball to the corner and advance the ball put it back in play from the corner of the field.
So when that shot happened, a Laconia player must have touched it as it went out. Yep.
The Laconia player came and defended and kicked it out of bounds through the end line. Oh, that guy could have. That's nice. That's really nice.
All right.
I was afraid he might be in an offside position, but the referee was right there.
Let's take another look at it, Ben.
If you look at the right wing, as this develops, now look where he's going. He's tracking back behind that defender, and I'm surprised that wasn't called, but that's okay, because it wasn't called.
All right, we're back to game.
Did you see that angle? That was the angle of where
well,
he was
it's
in the
hard
field.
from this camera angle to
Yes,
actually judge that.
Yes, it is. Oh, right. So that's a ball to nowhere, and we'll take that all day long. Kearsarge has purpose for their passes. They are looking for their teammates. They advance the ball quickly. That's well done. It's a pleasure to watch.
So watch Yankee Chronicle, your who, what, where, and when show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, presented by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating this week, premiering Thursday and Friday at noon at 6:30 p.m. and anytime at ycnnow.com.
A simple give and go, and he was right in front of the net about 25 yards out and let it go, but made a nice shot, forced the goalie into a good save. It's very nice. Look at him beat the defender through. That's a nice play. Number 8 or number 9. Can't quite tell, Greg, sorry.
Yeah.
Kearsarge is totally dominating play here with possession, and the defensive backs for Laconia are just going backwards. That's a good shot on goal. Forces the goaltender to make a good save.
Take a look at that.
Still a little far out, but I still think it's wise to take shots and force the goalie into a save position. Well, he had a nice look there. That was a wonderful look. Oh, get over it. Stay over that ball and drive it on net.
H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. And don't forget their auto bath car wash and Muddy Paws dog wash in Kentucky.
You could see where the offensive player was leaning back, and that's just forces the ball higher when you make contact. Got to stay over the ball and drive it forward.
In the previous game, you kept talking about the triangle. Can you explain that a little bit and what we might look for?
Well, we haven't seen it as much tonight, and I'll be surprised if we don't see it more often as the weather conditions force the players into shorter passes. That triangle gives many options to pass the ball: forward, side, left and right, and back. So the ball is continually moving, and it creates opportunities.
Our next YCN football game of the week will be Friday at 6:50, featuring the Lebanon Raiders, the undefeated Lebanon Raiders, as they host the Red Hawks of Hopkinton Hillsboro on ycnnow.com. And the following week will be in Hartford as the Hurricanes host Division I semifinal game.
This really has been the first series of play by Laconia into our offensive area. They're moving the ball backwards, though. We thank you very much for that. The goal's the other way, right, Greg?
Well, it wasn't the last time I looked. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but the team that wins this game has the dubious distinction of playing #1 Guilford.
Oh boy, that will be a difficult opponent, but not.
But both teams played them. Yeah, both teams played them pretty competitively.
That'd be a great game to watch. I'm sure of it. Good stick in there. Control the ball. Not sure what that call was. Appears to be a push of some sort, or maybe it's just out of bounds. No, it's a free kick coming in, so appears to be a direct kick.
So what's the difference between a direct and indirect?
Right, the direct kick, this player can put the ball directly into the net, and it would count. If it was an indirect kick, he'd have to have another player, either opponent or teammate, touch the ball before it goes in net. Good possession there, give it up.
This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply, with 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire, where safety and service are their top priorities.
It's a nice ball to the weak side. The ball was on the left side, he moved it to the right, creating space and time, and they had an opportunity there for the play on the net. So turn and look. See, Kearsarge is one-timing the pass, moving the ball. That's very nice. That's a good call. Off the white.
Check out Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3.
Nice throw in there. Nice throw. Wasn't quite controlled by the Kearsarge player, but.
And hold your ears, Ben, because Barton Insurance is an independent agency representing top companies devoted to serving your community with the best coverage at the best price.
Hey, Greg, you said that so well.
I had to. It's the only one I rehearsed this morning.
Oh, that's just another wild kick forward, but no real threat.
I'm trying to make it to as many as I can, but yeah, half of them are like at like 4 o'clock, an hour and a half away.
See, Laconia is backing up. They started the game off with a little bit of man-to-man, and they have just kind of sunk back into their zone, their 18-yard line, which is creating more opportunities for Kearsarge because they're getting each other's way back there with 6 or 7 players in the box.
And when you say the box, what are you referring to?
The penalty box, the 18-yard line is the top of the box, and
what can and can't happen in that box?
Okay, great question. So the penalty box, if you have a direct kick because of a foul that is a direct foul, like a handball, tripping, fouls that are a little bit more physical in nature, that's a direct foul, and therefore the ball is placed at the 12-yard line or the penalty stripe for a penalty kick. If it's an indirect foul, such as a dangerous play in the box, it's a spot foul, and it's put in play at that spot. No penalty kick.
Gotcha.
I better pull my rule book out.
I'm going to press you.
Make sure I'm right. No, I'm pretty sure. It comes right back to me very easily. Lived this game for many years of my life early on, through high school and college.
We encourage you to let our advertisers know you appreciate their support of local programming on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love on our YCN News Facebook page.
Okay, Kearsarge is now coming out of their defensive mode. Here they come to attack the ball, but they settle back. It's a little physical. It was a trip. That's a direct kick. So, Greg, had that happened in the penalty box, what would have happened?
He would have gotten a penalty shot?
Absolutely. From the 12-yard spot.
I know hockey.
But there's no penalty box, Greg.
But there is a penalty shot. I've seen it happen.
Right. This is interesting.
Whoa.
Good play. Okay. Nice play by the goaltender. Came out and hit the ball and retreated to his goal area and made the save.
Let's take a look at that. Nice.
You can also see some great coaching there. The defensive player was also back there with him in case he didn't get back to the ball. Greg, it seems like the star of the game at Newfound was a young man named, or number 12, and I'm thinking that last name was Cross. I may be wrong about that. Do you have a roster? Because I don't see him out there. I'm surprised by why he's not out here playing.
I don't know.
He was a left wing, and he had excellent skills.
In addition to being live at YCN.com and re-airing on WYCX at all YCN games and our programs are posted for your viewing pleasure on demand at YCNnow.com. Seems the
a lot of space there, a lot of space. But sent it back, but he's coming forward. That's a way to take it back there. A little deep. Did he save it? He did save it. Nice play. That's a nice play. In and out, and then down and in deep. You can see Laconia is just clogging the area. Oh, a good shot there. Nice turn and good shot. Just went wide.
Let's take a second look here. Sets him up nicely.
Nice build up, back to him. Turned and just a little bit wide. Here's an opportunity. There's an opportunity. Take it, bring it back out. Bring it back out. Okay, now. Yeah, he's a little unhappy with that because he got behind the ball and his body was back and the ball just took off 20 feet high.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. when we choose the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest. So who do you think right now stands at the top of the class?
Well, I think the whole team deserves it because I haven't seen anyone dominate. I've seen a lot of unselfish play, which has been the theme that I've seen for these two games. And I don't see anybody at this point dominating the game for Kearsarge, and that's okay. You don't see those passes from Kearsarge. Those passes like that one from Laconia, just into open space. No real idea behind it. And gave the ball away to the defender. Kearsarge's passes are directed. They have an idea. Let's go try. Oh, put that ball back in the middle. Terrible spot to put the ball back into. Oh, he really is clever. Very clever with the ball there.
Wow. With over 14 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, Bubba's Bar and Grill has a mission of delivering fun and great food on Newberry Harbor.
I didn't see the injury, but he's easily could be a pulled muscle or strained calf because of the conditions out here. Pulled groin muscle on slippery, wet days and cold. Could very easily be the case. Do you have a roster? Do you have a roster?
I don't.
Kearsarge?
Must be upstairs. This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And the Barton Insurance Agency has been your choice for quality service and comprehensive coverage in New Hampshire since 1954 and in throughout northern New England.
So I'm noticing in the roster of Kearsarge that the player who was the most valuable in the Newfound game is Matthew Carr. I had it wrong there. I said Cross. He's number 12, and he's actually a reserve. And I'm just from that one game, I would have thought maybe he was a starter, but he'll be valuable off the bench when coach calls him, I'm sure.
Bubba's Bar and Grill has a menu comprised of seafood, land fares, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. Located on beautiful Newberry Harbor. Do you know where Newberry Harbor is, Ben?
I frequent Bubba's Bar and Grill, maybe a little bit too often. No, I surely do, and I recommend it highly. It's always a good time at Bubba's, and good food.
Yeah, unfortunately, we only live about a mile up the road from there, and it calls us much more often than I care to admit to.
It's a line item in your monthly budget, huh?
Yeah.
Laconia surprised me. They're playing 7 men deep, and I think they're looking for the. Well, that's good play. Get the ball first. Kearsarge player did go.
Here we go.
Topsy-turvy, but that's just the nature of the game. Oh, that came off the defender. A little bit more to the right or left, and it may have been a challenge.
Boy.
You know, it's still only 1-0, and it can go either way at this point, but Kearsarge has certainly dominated the next tournament selection as number 9, Laconia. I thought they would be a little bit more evenly matched.
YCN would like to thank our LaValle scoreboard sponsor, HR Clough replay sponsor, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you will do the same for them and thank them also.
Okay, it's a good play. Kearsarge defender was forced to just play it out of bounds. Otherwise, you would have had a difficult play with the offensive player with Laconia. Of no use.
We need an official to call obstruction for our shot on the right side of the field. Got a couple heads that
yes.
obscure the view.
Right.
Looks like it's still raining out there too.
Yeah, definitely. Doesn't seem to. It's not bothering the players. I can tell you that these games are sometimes fun for the young men, but their body temperature is not being affected by the current temperature.
Oh,
that's a nice play there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, get over it. Oh, he made a nice run.
Wow, let's take a look at that one again, Ben.
Made a beautiful run on the goal here. Beat the defender, showed his speed, beat a second defender, but then just unfortunately just got a little bit back and over the goal it goes. Okay, you've been asking me questions, Greg. How high is that crossbar? Can you tell me that?
Well, let's see. It looks like about twice as high as the goaltender, so I'd say 12 feet, and that's a guess.
That's a good try. It's a little overstated. It's 8 feet high.
Oh, that's all?
That's all it is, 8 feet.
Huh.
See, that's really something. Laconia has that many defenders in the box, but yet Kearsarge players are by themselves. Kearsarge is trying to force them left and right to open up space, and it's been working right along. This guy is clever with the ball. A little too much. Number 7. Parker Root, very definitely a talented, skilled player. I've been very impressed with the skill set of Kearsarge. These 2 games I've seen. Comes in handy with a day like today. A little long on the inbound kick. All right. See how nice. No, that's all right. No, he got the ball first. Should be okay. That's a great shot. The goalie made a nice stop on it. The ball was...
Take a look at it.
Jiggled a little bit. Well, see, the Laconia is just dropping back into their box and not really coming out to defend the shot. And it's going to cost them eventually.
You know, we talked about Guilford being the number 1 seed, and oh, what happened? Excuse me, hey, Scott! Sorry. Oh, shit. It's
good. It's a slide tackle, and the player got the ball. Number 20 got the ball, and resulted in a throw-in. No foul. It's a hard play, but it's a fair play.
Yeah, right?
That's really well done. Well defended. Kearsarge is ever looking to move the ball into space. And
so we get a corner here.
Yes, indeed. The defender knocked it past the end line.
Go, Blue.
Oh, that's nice. Boy, it looks like a handball too. I couldn't quite see it, but. You can see the pressure building here, Greg. You can see Kearsarge's possession and advancing the ball is putting added pressure on the defense.
And as you pointed out earlier, I mean, Kearsarge probably has a little more depth on the bench that, you know, as Laconia wears down, they're certainly going to be able to
the fresh legs will make
pressure.
a difference.
Yep.
The fresh legs will make a difference. I had a chance to email back and forth with Coach Birch, and he was saying that his team should be solid the next couple of years. He feels really confident in his underclassmen, and it's going to be great to watch Kearsarge soccer for the next few years, I'm sure. This has been really fun to watch these kids pass the ball unselfishly, moving the ball into space, but not just moving the ball to space, but actually with an idea. And fun to watch. That was just a little bit too hard. Missed his target. It feels like Laconia's against the wind. They're going to have the wind at their back second half, it appears, although it could be swirling. But that's always an advantage too, I thought, way back when.
They had wind back when you played?
They did. They actually had some wind back in the 70s. Listen, Greg, I know how old you are. We just won't have to go there. Yeah, 7:03 left, and it'd be wonderful to see Kearsarge get another goal and separate the score a little bit further, because they certainly have outplayed the team out here and deserve to have a bigger margin. Well, we'll take that as a play on. Did you see that play on call, Greg?
I did.
The Laconia player hit the ball with his arm, but it went to a Kearsarge player, so no call was necessary. It's a play on. And the referee called it correctly, or didn't call it.
Hey, Blue, come on, Blue.
Oh, that was nice.
It's interesting. I'm not sure what that was, if that was a shot or what that was. He's clever, but too many. Another corner kick, maybe. No, not quite. No, they had an offside call, Greg. That's an offside call because he could look at, the referee could see across the field and notice that the Kearsarge player had only one defender in front of him.
So tracking along the sideline are what are called linesmen?
Yes, but this is not that system.
No.
You're referring to a referee in the center and then two linesmen?
Yep.
But there's only two referees out here. This is a dual system.
Oh, so they have to keep on.
So they're playing the traditional forward and back referee system.
Gotcha. And I hear a lot of teams bemoaning the fact that they can't get officials anymore. People just aren't coming up to play or take that role on any longer.
It's really important for the referees to be able to stay with the players, and that gets harder and harder with age. I'll show you an example of that when it appears here.
Oh, you're going to go out there and try to keep
no,
up with them?
No, I'm going to reference the position of this referee right here, and I'm not going to be overly critical because I was a referee once myself, but I'll give you an example of it when I see it. He has responsibility for the offsides call up here, up the forward, so he doesn't want to get too far off that line. That's a nice pass out to the outside. That's nice. Oh. Looked like he had a chance coming onto the ball. Couldn't quite get there, I guess. That's very dangerous. It's too bad. Oh, that's a good try. Just too wet. That ball didn't move back as far as he wanted it to.
Let's go, Blue.
Kearsarge's pace is very good. Trying to attack from the front. Outside. Oh, too bad. This looks like it could be an opportunity, but he waited. The defense has gone back to positioning.
Good job, Blue. Let's go, Blue.
It's a good try with a through pass, but the defender was up to it.
Let's go, boys. Come on, go, Blue. Go, Blue.
Boy, that's well done. Finish that. Oh, too bad.
We'll take a look at it again.
That's one he wants back. Must have just been too high to put a foot on it. That's a good punt. Now Kearsarge is falling back as well, but that pass doesn't do anything for anybody.
So we're within 2 minutes, so the time is kept on the field at this point?
Right. You know how those officials are, they want control. Good stick by number 9, good stick. Oh, could have been on the ball, on the ground, but it wasn't. That was a good try. Kearsarge is really great at the angles. They do have a wonderful setup with using the correct angles. That one was just a little bit too deep into the goal mouth. But boy, it's just wonderful to see them be so unselfish. Laconia is just more or less clearing the ball at this point in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players back by the 18-yard line. This referee on the near side had the whistle.
Well, Ben, that's it for first half action with the score 1-0 Kearsarge. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us. You're watching the three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor of beautiful Lake Sunapee. And by Barton Insurance with locations in New London, Contoocook, Grantham, and Sunapee. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newberry, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newberry, New Hampshire.
May fall, the rains may pour, but I will love you evermore, 'cause you were born to chase the light.
Available at LaValle Middleton Building Supply.
So we've got all new electrical, and our roof is about 2 years old. Anything else you need to know? Oh, and I wanted to mention, we have a dog. It's not going to be a problem, is it?
If you buy insurance online, sometimes it's hard to get answers. But with Safeco Insurance, a real person will explain all your options, so you get the right coverage at the right price.
For personal and professional service at a competitive price, visit us at the Barton Insurance Agency.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
There's something for everyone in the Innertown Record newspaper, your trusted source for community news since 1993.
I like to know what my town officials are up to. That's why I read the paper.
Politics, local elections, and more.
I like to see my friend in the Innertown Record.
Correspondents keep you up to date with what's going on in your neighborhood. The Innertown Record thanks you for supporting advertisers who bring you the local news.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Tonight's special coverage is of the NHIAA Division III Boys Soccer Tournament as the number 8 Cougars of Kearsarge host the number 9 Sachems of Laconia. Hi everybody, I'm Greg Uchrin here with Ben Barton. Ben, what are your thoughts about that first half?
Well, I think Kearsarge should be very happy with the dominance of the play. They possess the ball far more than the Laconia Sachems. The scoreboard doesn't say that. It's only a 1-0 game, so they can't let their guard down. They have to come out with the same energy and desire to put more goals more scores on the scoreboard.
All right. Well, when we come back, we'll have second half action. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Stay with us. You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor of beautiful Lake Sunapee. And by Barton Insurance with locations in New London, Contoocook, Grantham, and Sunapee. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Tonight, we continue our special coverage of the NHIAA Division III Boys Soccer Tournament as the number 8 Cougars of Kearsarge host the number 9 Sachems of Laconia. Hi, everybody. Greg Uchrin here with Ben Barton for the call of the game. So what do we expect in the second half, Ben?
Well, I think we have a tough half here ahead because Laconia should be very confident that they can stay with Kearsarge at this point, a 1-0 deficit. And it could be a totally different half, so Kearsarge has to be up to it. At the same time, Kearsarge should be confident as well because they have the score, they have the lead, and they've dominated the play.
Go Blue!
YCN would like to thank our LaValle scoreboard sponsor, H.R. Clough replay sponsor, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you'll do the same for them and thank them also.
You may have just seen the strategy from Laconia, which will be to kick the ball into the corners, chase it down. They have the wind at their back. Typically a little bit easier for that team, but Kearsarge still continues to possess the ball. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice play there. Get that ball out. Now, when I say get the ball out, I mean don't get so close to the goal. Get the ball out to the 6-yard line or 12-yard line, so your oncoming offensive players can come onto the ball.
Scotty, the clock. Oh,
It's operating.
What's he saying?
So Kearsarge is coming out here with nice short passing game, which keeps the ball in their possession. And oh, okay.
Now, was that offsides?
It appears to be. I didn't. It must be. I couldn't see the angle, but yes, that's what he's signaling. Comes Laconia, trying to control the ball, but gave it up at the midfield. And back comes Kearsarge. Well, Laconia's winning some balls that they haven't won in the first half. That's a good stick there. It's the corner. That's a nice ball. Yeah, that's well done. One too many. One too many. That's a nice build-up. You saw some really nice play inside and out, and the ball ended up in front of the goal at the top of the box, but there's just one too many touches. Ooh, ouch. Did a good job. The Kearsarge player did a good job heading that ball, but that ball must be 2 times the weight it normally is. And gives me a headache just thinking about it. Control the ball. That's not, oh, too bad. Put that ball down the corner.
Let's go, Blue. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Was too precise with that pass and went to the defender. But they're content to just drop back, so we have plenty of time and space in front. Oh, get it outside to him. Okay. Oh, that's a good try. Build up. There goes the big ball. Kind of reminds me of when Greg played soccer. They just boomed the ball down the field. Isn't that right, Greg?
Soccer?
What was that?
You know, where I come from in the Midwest, I don't think they started playing soccer until the late 90s. It was Friday night football.
I'm sure of that, and it's a great game, but there's a place for both.
All right, keep it going, Blue.
You'd like to think so?
Okay, that's going to be another white ball. Yeah, I think Laconia has a little bit of an idea that they can stay with this team with the wind at their back, and
yeah, they do have a little bit more jump in them than
don't
they did in the first half.
I've noticed that as well. Yeah, I don't know. So you don't want to create these free kicks, because this is how teams do score. A lot of the times the free kick like this sets up a play that is pre-designed and results in a great shot on goal. Let's see what Laconia has to offer here.
So how close can
They can be
defender?
10 yards is the minimum distance, and he's stepping it off and telling them where they can be, and that's where they are. Now let's see what kind of configuration Laconia moves in. So that's a good, see, now that's a nice header. That was a design play, and he just missed the net. Very dangerous to have those kinds of free kicks that close to the goal. That's nicely done, but control the ball.
Boy, and the Kearsarge player got that ball right back into play quickly.
He sure did, and he must have known it was his ball to throw. The referee was right there, so I can only assume that.
Is the ref communicating that quickly?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's pointing the direction which the throw is to be made. Give it to him. Yeah. One too many touches there. You can see if he just given the ball a little bit sooner, another opportunity would have come up. For a
Watch
shot.
Yankee Chronicle, your who, what, where, and when show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, presented by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, premiering Thursday and Friday at noon and 6:30 p.m. and anytime at ycnnow.com.
Too bad.
Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
Need a little bit better control here from Kearsarge. Laconia is developing some confidence. It's just too hard.
H.R. Clough Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. And don't forget their auto bath car wash and Muddy Paws dog wash in Kentucky.
Oh, stick that harder.
Then our next YCN football game of the week is this Friday at 6:50 p.m. featuring the Lebanon Raiders, the undefeated Lebanon Raiders, as they host the Red Hawks of Hopkinton Hillsboro on ycnnow.com, and the following week will be in Hartford as the Hurricanes host a Division I semifinal game. It's that time of year.
Well, that's actually an excellent position on the defender's part. He passed the ball when the defense came up on him.
Nice.
That's good play. Strong play.
Oh.
Now see, the Kearsarge player had to be onside when the ball was kicked. Otherwise, it would look like he was offside. But you heard the spectator say offside, but the referee was right there to make the call. Man, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Good save by the goaltender.
Here we go, Blue. Here we go, Blue.
That's a nice pass outside. Keep it going. That's a way. Too far out for a threat, really. Easy save by the goaltender.
This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply, with 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire, where safety and service are their top priorities.
Laconia is starting to show some teamwork that we didn't see in the first half. But, gave the ball up to Kearsarge. That's beautiful. That's nice.
Wow, let's see this whole thing develop from midfield.
It's well played and great finish. Unselfish pass there. You can see his teammate running through to a space, gave it to him, beat the defender, beat the second defender, just had to touch it past the goalie, and it's very composed, Greg. It's very easy to get excited in that situation.
It gives him a little bit of breathing room.
It sure does. It opens up the game to Kearsarge a little bit more now. It's going to force Laconia into a more offensive situation, which will open up the defense and more opportunities like that. So it's do or die time for Laconia.
Yeah, Davis.
Check out EFCO Communications. Call them for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3.
What's he got?
I don't know.
It looks like an offside call the way he's gesturing, but I don't know. I couldn't pick it up.
Well, Ben, you know, Barton Insurance is an independent agency representing the top companies devoted to serving your community with the best coverage at the best price.
I'm not going to try to better that, Greg. You said it so well.
We got this little pinky thing down here.
Well, Kearsarge continues to possess the ball, which is what they should do, because they now have a nice cushion of 2 goals. And when they possess the ball, Laconia cannot score. So it's really a question now of looking for their opportunities, not forcing it necessarily, but making Laconia open up the defense, because they have to score some goals, and they can't do it down in their backfield.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we choose the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest.
Ooh. That was dangerous, but it was wide. Appears to be a corner kick. Goalie must have put his hands on it.
Let's take a look at it. He must have touched it, yeah.
Must have. What is he doing? Okay, I guess they decided to make a long kick. Now that's a charge. Nobody called it.
A charge on who?
On the white. Did you see the big guy came storming into the middle of the pack and kind of cleared his way. Very smart.
Boy, they're really seeing each other, aren't they?
They sense each other's presence and they recognize when to move the ball from side field to side field, from strong side to weak side.
With over 14 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, Bubba's Bar and Grill has a mission of delivering fun and great food on Newberry Harbor. Where's the ball?
Oh, nobody was there.
Oh.
In swinger, very nice.
This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Yeah, we had a garage erected by them, and it was amazing because it was all prefabricated in the shop, and they came in and in 2 hours had the whole thing erected.
I had that same experience, and it is amazing. The crane just picks these partitions up and puts them in place, and the contractor nails it together. Voila, garage. That's a nice ball across the field to the weak side where there's plenty of space and time. Good try on the shot, but didn't get a lot on it.
Keep going, Blue!
That's nicely done. That's a good try. It's a really good try. Great control of the ball and his body.
The Barton Insurance Agency has been your choice for quality service and comprehensive coverage in New Hampshire since 1954 and throughout northern New England.
Turn and look. Oh yeah, I think he missed it.
It's lovely. Let's take a second look here. We come down the side.
You're gonna watch number 7. He's diving behind the defense there. You see? So I can't tell from this angle.
It's tough.
It's tough. I'm not going to say he was or wasn't.
Yeah.
He could have been.
That Columbia-Dartmouth game, Dartmouth tied it up in the 89th minute, and then in the first minute they came down and they scored, and it was an offsides.
Oh. Well, that should change this game complexion completely. Now Laconia has no chance, or I'm sorry, not chance, but no choice to go on the offense completely. And it doesn't matter if you lose 3-0 or 6-0, it's still a loss. You might as well go for the offense if I'm Laconia.
But like with hockey, boy, you know, if you're down by 3 and you just get 1 goal, it really kind of ignites you a little bit.
Right. That's nice. Oh, what a nice look. What a nice look. Give it to him. It's away. These guys run off the ball very well for Kearsarge. What I mean by that is they don't have the ball, but they're still running into space, into a place where they can receive the ball. And if you don't get the ball when you do that time and time again, guess what? You stop doing it. So it's really great to see the unselfish passing that Kearsarge has exhibited again tonight. And it's fun to watch.
And they do. I mean, they do distribute it well.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
And I guess to the uninitiated like myself, they're seeing each other.
Yeah, they have been coached to pick their heads up and look. And it's very, if you're not coached that way, it's very easy to keep your head down and not see anything.
Russell, Dylan.
So we're down under 20 minutes. Yep, Baba's Bar and Grill has a menu comprised of seafood, land fares, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party, located on beautiful Newberry Harbor.
Well, that's a wonderful pass there, and hit it into space. That's unselfish outside. Oh! Looked like it was on net, but just a little bit wide.
Nice try. We'll take a peek at that one again.
Can't tell if it's looks like a goal kick. The goalie touched that. I can't quite tell.
He must have.
Yeah, he must have.
It's a corner kick.
It is a corner kick. Oh, that's boy. When you see that ball come across there off the corner kick, and the young man heads it, makes you wonder. Makes me know why I lost my hair. Just takes the hair right off your scalp.
Well, in my case, I'd be more worried about it rattling my brain around too much.
Well, that is a concern. There's no two ways about it.
They're so patient with the ball too.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry, yet they're advancing the ball and they're looking at their best option. That's a great way to describe it. They're not in a hurry, but yet a lot of decisions are being made and calculated as they're going forward. So this is the second game I've done, and clearly both teams, Newfound and Laconia, have not matched up with the skill set of Kearsarge. Guilford will bring a whole different game because they've been playing soccer over there for 25, 30 years with great skill set. At one time, they held the record for number of wins consecutively for over 4 or 5 years. Did you know that?
I do now.
Okay, now you do.
Did most schools have soccer programs back when you were playing?
Back in the prehistoric ages. Oh, that's a nice shot there. So yes, I mean most of the Class I schools, back in the day it was Class L, I, M, and S. And everything below L was playing soccer. The L schools were not. They were coming into it, but they were not there yet.
They were still big football schools, huh?
Big football schools. They were developing their youth programs, and by the time I was refereeing, by the time I ended my refereeing career 8 years later, the L schools were dominating the Division I play because they were that big, that
good. Well, the bigger schools, they have more athletes to choose from too. They can keep multiple programs going, where the smaller schools, and that's why I was surprised when Kearsarge actually started playing football.
Well, that was a concern that many of us had. What was going to happen to the quality of play throughout the sports? And that was a grave concern. But
well, I've heard a lot of people say that it brought a lot of other kids that normally wouldn't play sports into an athletic mode.
That is absolutely right. It happened in my own family. With my daughter becoming a manager of the football team and my son actually playing. And what also happened was all the schools around Kearsarge did the same thing. So they were all facing the same dilution of the athletic pool. And more kids had an opportunity for an athletic experience. And that in the end,
that itself is good.
And that in the end is really the best answer. And it's been fun to have Kearsarge football. It's been fun to watch them play and do well. And so hats off to that program.
Like I said, I'm from the Midwest, and there wasn't anything but football in the fall.
Love the cheers from the high school classmates.
Yeah!
Oh, he put it right back at him. Oh, too bad. Get over it, young man. Get over that ball. So, that's a nice build-up, and just
let's see what it brings us.
Unfortunately, he put the ball right back to the goal. He had that whole net. It went right back to the goalie. Might be time for the Kearsarge coach to bring in some reinforcements and rest some players for the next game, because you don't want to see an injury occur in these sloppy conditions.
Well, and it's also nice to give some of the younger players some tournament experience.
Right, that's absolutely right. The more experience for the kids, the better.
Oh my God! Where are you going?
Well, I have to say, we put this telecast together at the last minute, and I'm glad we were able to do it.
Excellent.
And
glad you asked me. Happy to come down and help out.
Well, I have to admit, I wouldn't have done it without you, Ben.
On the air, you're meaning such secrets.
Thank our good camera work by Mike. He seems to know what end of the field to point the camera at.
I just don't know what to say to that.
Well, he was a soccer player himself, so
I'm sure that he knows exactly which way to point the camera. Yeah, there's number 1 out there. He's a freshman. I saw him last game. and to your point, give these kids some experience, some growth.
Find the space, B.
No, we really have not seen any real concerted effort of offense on the part of Laconia. So kick the ball down the field and chase after it. I've been surprised by the difference in talent from the 8 and 9 seed. Pleasantly surprised for Kearsarge's sake. But
well, even when they've gotten in relatively tight, Kearsarge's defense has kind of shut down the show.
They have. And the offense has found ways to get around big bodies and they're crunched back into the zone, and they've done a great job of penetrating the defense, as the score indicates. And it could have been a lot, and it could have been a lot more. They had a lot of chances. Oops.
YCN would like to thank the La Valley scoreboard sponsor, the HR Clough replay sponsor, and the Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you will do the same for them and thank them, and also buy their products. You know, I mean, so much is being made today about internet buying and, you know, everything that's happening on the web. And the truth is, you know, these sports teams, they depend on the local businesses to, you know, help support them and their programs. People just have to understand that, you know, if you can buy it local, buy it. You know, we need these businesses to stick around.
Thank you, Greg. That's a great endorsement for buying local. I heard a comment by another retailer recently, and the slogan was, buy local or buy local. And it's
unfortunately, there's too much truth in that.
It's a little bit trite maybe, but it's true. Small businesses need the support of local members of the community, and of course we're very thankful for that. Some very clever play here. Wow. In very short, small space, and no time to really react. He's really maneuvering the ball very well.
Well, we're well under 10 minutes now, so unless something catastrophic happens.
I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. Kearsarge continues to move the ball in and out, back and forth, side to side, and they possess the ball.
You know, I'm sure they're going to give Guilford a real test of their...
I haven't seen Guilford this year, but if it's true to form in the past, there's very similar styles to Kearsarge, and it'll come down to some physical play. They called that going out.
Replay on that one.
Can you describe what the call was here?
It was
here's the replay.
Called it on Kearsarge charging and made the call going out. It didn't appear to be that way live, but I'm a bit of a homer.
Well, it's rumored you played on a Kearsarge championship team back in the other century.
Careful of those rumors. Yes, thank you, Greg. 1974 it was. Thank you very much. And I will be very happy to tell you that we did not play like this. These guys are more skillful, they're faster across the starting 11, and we would have had our hands full, no doubt about it. Unlucky there.
So what was the style of play back then?
Well, I would say that 4 or 5 of us had a good skill set, and it was a passing game, and it was expected that it wasn't just kick the ball down in the corner and run after it and chase it. It was with purpose. But if you take 5 members, that leaves 6 that are unskilled. Let's say so they're more physical play, less control of the ball, and that's comparing it to what Kearsarge is bringing to the field today. They would have moved the ball through us, I think, but we would have knocked them down, I think, because physical play is part of the game too. I'm impressed with these guys. Of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's unselfish play and heads up and looking to pass rather than dribble. It's looking to be the man with the assist as opposed to the man scoring. And that's really, it's fun to watch from at a high school level to see that happen. I think a number of these kids will become college players if they continue to play.
So you got to put your thinking cap on. You know, we've got a Kearsarge Heating player of the game to choose here in a couple minutes.
And it's not like somebody has stood out. I think I'd want to see who scored the goals, because that obviously if that player is if there's a player that scored 2 or 3 goals here. I don't think that's the case. I think it's been spread out. It's just really great control. Just fun to watch. So Guilford's not going to allow them to do that. Corner kick. See, Guilford's not going to let them do that. They're going to be up on them and challenging the pass, challenging the defense. It'll be a whole different game. Well done. Well done.
Let's take a look at that. So it starts on the right side.
And the discipline for the Kearsarge player to stay in their zone and fill in the back post. Easy header. Very pretty.
Too bad they can't bank a couple of these goals and take them to Guilford.
Right. That's right. The next game will be. Do you know what day that game is? You just have to check the NHIAA website for that information. Wouldn't surprise me if it's a Saturday morning.
Do a trick, Todd! Do another one!
It's pretty. Left that defender right there.
We're down under 2. Hey, that's it.
Game's over. Well done, Kearsarge.
So
when the goalie gives up no goals, that's easy answer. But
Yep.
he really wasn't challenged that much.
So, based on what you're saying, let's give it to the whole team. I just think that it was such a team effort tonight.
I agree
That's
with
really something that you.
I didn't see any one particular player change the game for Kearsarge. I saw an unselfish play that is looking for the next open player, and that's the way the ball was continued down the field all night long, and it shows because the score ends up being 4-0.
4-0. Well,
it's a pleasure, Greg.
It was a good night in spite of the weather, but we saw some good soccer on the part of Kearsarge, and let's wish them our best as they move on in the tournament. I mean, I think that even though Guilford looks like a formidable opponent, I do think that they'll hold their own against them.
These guys have every reason to bring a lot of confidence to the field, and I'll be very surprised if it's not a very tightly contested game. It'll go either way.